So the title to this story is Scaredy Engines, huh? Well, it must be about something that'll make one of the engines frightened. My question is, why and how does it pertain to the setting? One thing is for sure, I was never aware of Edward being a good ghost storyteller.
They say that on Halloween, the ghost engine returns to the smelters looking for his lost whistle. Ooh, 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 spooky, the engine said, all shivering a little. Later, Sir Topham had arrived.
Oh, so that's why these guys are up late. It's getting close to Halloween time. Well, that's new. I don't think this show has ever displayed this holiday before on Sodor. Neither have fans witnessed all this CGI either. Anyway, Top Hat had a job for Duck, Thomas, and Percy at the smelter's yard. But after Edward's spooky story, Percy was a bit leery.
At the smelters, all Percy could think about was Edward's ghost engine. Thomas knew Percy was scared, so he teased him even more. "What's that up there?" Thomas squeaked. "Is it a spook?" "It's just a piece of twisted scrap."
Okay, wait, are we reusing the Duncan Gets Spooked theme from Season 5? I mean, it fits the setting, but it was so iconic in that story, you can't just relocate the theme for something else. Then it becomes obnoxious if done too often. Just like how Thomas was jabbing Percy. Duck, on the other hand, felt sorry for him.
"Nobody's brave all the time," said Duck. "But I'm not a scaredy engine," Percy insisted. The job was nearly complete. "Well done," the yard manager said. "Now I'll need one engine to finish up." Duck wanted to pay Thomas back for all his teasing.
Really, Duck? Is this your way of being corrective? Typically, one should just leave it to fate to figure out. In other words, the squeaky wheel gets greased. But for any steam engine, I don't know how any of them would feel comfortable in a place that destroys their own kind. Especially with those two diesels who almost scrapped Stepney.
When Thomas was by himself, every sound and every shadow was spooky. He was beginning to feel very scared. "There's no such thing as ghosts," he said nervously. "Who's there?"
Well, that was a quick turnaround in confidence. Come on, Thomas, you were throwing all these jabs at Percy and now you're chickening out? Jeez. Lame, dude. Lame. You already knew what was surrounding you, so what's the big deal now? Is someone a scaredy engine?
Thomas wheeshed and set off an old steam whistle. "The ghost whistle," said Thomas, and he raced away as fast as his wheels could carry him. "The ghost engine is after me!"
Wow, so much for completing that work the yard manager wanted done. And how on earth did that whistle go off? It is physically not possible. I dug more of the chains hanging over Thomas, actually. That can send shivers up someone's spine. Interesting how this is just another version of Ghost Train of Season 2.
"I hope he hurries up. I wouldn't want him to be late for the fireworks." "He's after me!" "I don't think he'll be late," said Duck. Duck and Percy joined the other engines for the fireworks.
Okay, that was funny. Of course he won't be late, because he just blew past the whole event. Instead, he'll see it before it even happens. However, Percy didn't feel right watching the show without his best friend, so he went off to go find him, of which he was cowering in fear at Tidmouth Sheds. How appropriate.
"Are you all right, Thomas?" "Yes. I'm sorry I teased you, Percy. And we all have to say sorry sometimes. So come on, Thomas. We can watch the fireworks just as well from here." And he was right.
A sweet ending to a not-so-spooky story. I like the fact that Thomas saw the error in his ways and that Percy didn't mind him teasing. However, the whole setting itself could have been played into the story much better. The show has never spoken about Halloween until now, and it would have been truly something to see how and what the engines really do during that time of year, instead of just working in a scrapyard. Oh well, maybe some other time. It wasn't a bad story, just a missed opportunity. Also, I feel like what could have scared Thomas instead of that random train whistle could have been Ari and Bert from Season 5. After all, that is where they stay, right? Music was also subparish for this story only because it so clearly belongs to Season 5 as well. The Duncan gets spooked cue is highly effective and creepy, but only truly fits that episode. This one doesn't, and it just reminisces more of it than make the story better. Aside from this though, it was the visuals that stood out this time. Mainly because it featured way more CGI than the show has ever done so far, and it mixes rather well with the physical surroundings. For locations, the watermill was nice, but the inside of the smelter's yard had a bunch of cool touch-ups like the twisted metal pieces and all the cobwebs. Although I don't know why a place that is currently in use would have that much to begin with. But the best shot goes to Tidmouth Bay because of that huge bonfire, fireworks, and the castle all in the same shot. It's really great looking. Next episode is Percy and the Haunted Mine. Thanks for watching.